Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Pac-Man here, and I got a pretty serious question for you right now. Do you happen to like a game that is called Fallout? Well, if that's the case, do you also like Hearts of Iron 4? Oh, wow! Well, I got a freaking mod for you today. It is called Old World Blues Rise of the Khanate. Now, this is a mod that's been out for a little while under a few different kind of iterations. The last one was the Broken Coast. But if you're not familiar with the mod, what it does is it takes the world of Fallout and it pretty much just dumps it straight into Hearts of Iron 4. So, definitely one of my favorite mods to play. So I'm going to go ahead and do kind of an intro to the mod in this, show you the features of it, and then from there in subsequent videos I will be uploading playthroughs with the different factions and nations, and we're going to go ahead and have some fun with this. But as you can see from the main screen here, when you start out, these are the countries of interest, and they do have actually most of the big name factions of New Vegas. The timeline of this game is pretty much right before the events of New Vegas and during. So think of directly before you get shot and then afterwards. Now, it also, though, has a lot of stuff from Fallout 1 and 2 here. So that's something that I'm really, really happy and excited about. As you can see from the map mode here, all the major factions, and they did try to put them geographically in the places where they should be. We have the NCR, the Western Brotherhood. Over there in San Francisco, they have something interesting called the Shi, which I think is actually a descendant population of Chinese, but I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to check the lore. As you can see here in the east, you have Caesar's Legion, as well as a lot of the minor tribes that he conquers during his conquest. That will actually play out during the game, which is also pretty cool, getting to see that happen as you play. And as you can see right above New Vegas, it does have a few of those expansion places, like the Sorrows, the White Legs, all that kind of stuff. Here in the New Vegas area, you have the Mojave Brotherhood, headed up by Elijah. You have the Mojave Raider territory, the Fiend territory, and of course New Vegas. It takes pretty much all the good stuff and puts it right in here, which I love. Now up here in the north, it even has, of course, these places: Arroyo, Klamath. It has Vault City, and then also has a lot of the minor gang territories and stuff like that. And I think that that's really, really creative that they at least tried, even with the stuff that you don't really get a lot of information for, to put it into the game and have it be, playable. That's, to me, really cool. Now, as you can see here, this is the focus tree for the New Vegas Nation, and the focus tree takes you through a set of events during the game, which take a limited amount of time. And in the case of this mod, this beginning set of focuses will take you through the initial decisions that you make when the bombs drop and following. So you can actually veer away from the New Vegas timeline, like under the example of New Vegas. You can protect, let's just say, the suburbs more than you would the actual main New Vegas area. If you do that, then you have more civilian production infrastructure in those areas than you would normally, and vice versa. You have more military production in the city if you choose the other option. It's really cool. It kind of reminds me of a choose your own adventure book and adds another layer of RPG to the Fallout universe, which I honestly was doubtful was even possible, but they went ahead and did it. So that's really, really cool. That's reason enough to check out this mod. As you can see in the technology trees, they completely overhauled this as well, changing support equipment to stuff that you would find in the Wasteland. Technology starting out from more of a Wasteland perspective and building back up. When it comes to weaponry, armor, everything like that, also they took straight from the games and they went ahead and put in here. Very, very creative. As you can see here from the construction menu, it's very similar to standard Hearts of Iron 4, with one big difference, and that is the actual resource production. In this mod, like in many others, it adds and changes the resource system of the game. So now, instead of your normal steel, chromium, tungsten, all that kind of good stuff, you have electricity, junk parts, salvage tech, clean water, all that kind of stuff, which affects, your recruitable population and building speed and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, as the decisions kind of play through, little things will come up on the screen which will give you the option and tell you the consequences of each of your actions. This, again, really cool feature, adding another layer of RPG to the story and allowing you to veer away from kind of the main architecture of Fallout New Vegas and really make the world your own, which is really awesome. I mean, you could already do so much in that game, and to think that somebody actually added another layer to that is just totally cool. I really love it. Now, I mean, even when it comes to the casinos, you can even choose which casino gang that you want in each casino. If you didn't like, let's just say, Benny and the chairman, instead of them, you could actually make a deal with the Kings and then have them run the tops instead. Take Benny out of the equation. You can make peace with the Khans and actually give them, the casino instead of the Omertas. It's just really cool. And then even when it comes to the Ultralux and stuff like that, it's like exterminate the cannibals or bring another gang in. If you bring another gang in, a different part of the tree opens up and different people are available for you to put into your military high command and stuff. Really awesome. I mean, that just tells you right there how much time and effort that they put into this mod. Now, one thing that I do have to say about this mod, which is going to be very good, is that unlike most other mods on the workshop that you're going to find, this mod actually is not buggy, and that's pretty amazing. I've only run across a couple things where in the tech tree a couple of the buttons don't work, but I'm not sure if that's due to it just not stating that there's a prerequisite for that or something like that. I haven't honestly gotten in the timeline far enough to test that, but that's really the only thing that I've noticed. One thing in this game also that I like is that they changed pretty much manpower allocation and units to more reflect, if you're a wasteland and there's barely anybody living there, yeah, you're gonna have not so much manpower, which is really cool. Let's see, but again, you can choose nation like this and it'll have stuff more following what you would have seen in the game. Or you can choose something else, like you can choose the Broken Coast Raiders of Washington and Canada. You can choose, Vault City, Arroyo. You could go ahead and, play through with those and do your own thing. You could try to take out the Brotherhood on the West Coast as a minor nation, because they're OP and tend to ally with the NCR. It's just so awesome. And what I especially love doing in this is, as New Vegas, expanding out, getting control of the dam and everything like that before anybody can even have a chance of trying to claim that. And then from there doing a all-out kind of war against Caesar's Legion and NCR at the same time. I mean, this game has so many different possibilities and just brings so much cool stuff from the Fallout universe into the game that, I mean, this is good for multiple playthroughs and definitely is one of my go-to mods. Again, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing the major nations and stuff and uploading videos on those. But if you guys do want to see any particular videos on a very, particular nation or faction, if you want to see me actually take, one of the worst crappy minor nations and try to do something with them, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I mean, I'll go ahead and do what I can. I'm not the best HOI4 player in the universe. I'm pretty good, but I'm not the best in the world, but I will try my best. So if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and if you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, And again, any constructive criticism or anything like that, go ahead and leave a comment below. I do read all of them. And again, thank you very much for making it this far. Have a wonderful day.